Yo, so in weird white people news, this ain't really crazy white people shit, just cause I'm bored, and I seen this on White Crimes Matter page, so good looking. It says a man in Indiana was sentenced to 60 years in prison for shooting his 70-year-old neighbor in the head with a 12-gauge shotgun while a man sat in his pickup truck in a dispute over a patch of land. It says Randy Stevens, this fat motherfucker right here, 58, was sentenced on Monday for killing Bob Adair, 70, also right there on the screen. It says Brown County Circuit Judge Mary Wetz did not mince words when addressing Small in courts. You shot him directly in the head at close range, and that resulted in blowing his head off.
Blew his head off in front of your face.
And you left him in the truck where his body was to deteriorate in the hot sun. In a statement released after the verdict, Brown County Chief Deputy Prosecutor Bob Seat said, "No one should have to be killed over such a tiny thing." I agree. But when you leave white people into their own devices, they blow each. Look it. I tell black people this shit all the time. They kill each other. You know they gonna kill your ass, right? But then it says prosecutors describe how police learned of the reported shots fired and a possible suicide by cop as a game of telephone. I don't know what the fuck that means. It says once there, the police said Small had barricaded in his home, engaging police in a standoff for an hour. When Small finally emerged from his home after one of his brothers called and encouraged him to turn himself in, police still had no information about a possible shooting victim, but Smalls was taken into custody. So only in America will a white motherfucker shoot a person, another white person, even though this is what I'm talking about. Niggas was talking about Michael Brown being left out for 3-4 hours on the ground in the sun. He shot this motherfucker in the head. The police did not roll up because it was a person being reported getting shot by a 12 gauge. The police was called because shots was fired. And this is Indiana. This is in Alabama. So this just shows the level of white privilege. They said it wasn't until midnight, 10 hours after Adair was killed, that Small's brother reported the shooting. Around that time, Captain Moore got through to officers at the scene to check out Small's neighbor. At the scene, police found Adair dead in the truck driver's seat. The truck was still in gear, but out of gas. His foot was still on the brake. His hands were folded peacefully in his lap. Sound like bullshit. If you get your head blown off, just the nervous reaction of your neurological system being disrupted, your foot gon' like twitch and move off the brake, but I digress. In any event, I just wanted to report on weird news. I don't really have a bone to pick with white people. This shit was just fucking hilarious. And I report on street culture. White people's street culture may not necessarily be drug dealing or gang banging. It's shooting their neighbor over a patch of land. If you like this episode, subscribe, turn the notifications on, and I'm out. No.